Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Commanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the 22, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shaw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Murray now. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there. Some incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing again, Murray. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 39, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shaw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw is Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now Murray. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They're only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Driving it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and that was put up a shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal, it feel very disappointing. I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, here's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Up the middle, Nwangu knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44, Howell looking there for points, but intercepted. And the Cards are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. to try the right side. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Arizona. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Howell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
After the turnover, here's Murray. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He's going to air one out. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
On 1st down, Howell. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 25 yards that time.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Second down, Howell back to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
There's Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. And this will be caught at the 30. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Powell throwing on 1st down here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to have it here at their own 15.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Play fake. Murray.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Murray now to throw. That's complete to McBride. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Washington takes over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll go play action. Howell. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And Howe will throw it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Slot man moves right. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, they're faking people out. The back slipping out there, catching the football. Then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray going to throw.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
First down, Murray.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the play. Just couldn't secure the football before the catch.
And he's right there at the spot and force the incompletion. That's something the defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Murray off play action. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Murray now. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. D. Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. First play's a run with Nwangu, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Off play action. It's Howell. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. the give is Nwangu. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 44, Powell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 10 more there and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Powell under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2 yards, good enough for a first. To throw is Murray. Incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
On second down, it's Pollard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 4 and 9 looming.
Still an opportunity to run the play and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Well, thinking about fourth down, Prater's got the big leg, but this might be pushing it even for him from this distance as they come up on third down. Able to get this one to McBride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Murray and company going for it on fourth. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Powell to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray to throw. He's got this downfield to McBride. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Powell with one final shot. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end.